If you are clicking on the video, then you must be a music enthusiast such as myself, or you just like and appreciate when a fantastic score is used in a game. I would say a game has good music when you listen to it on Spotify in your own free time, even when you aren't playing, and it ends up being in your Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year. Definitely not me, I swear. There are many games, in my opinion, that have music of this caliber. Music that makes you feel as if you were really there. Music that enhances your gaming experience. Now, I'm gonna name some of these games that, in my opinion, the music enhances the experience, but I'm sure there are many other games that aren't on this list. I'm also sure that these games on this list are games that everybody agrees with me on. So, the first one is Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5's music, written by Johan Soderquist, I hope I pronounced that right, is one of those soundtracks that enhances the experience of the game as a whole. When you hear the Legacy theme, as your team is tied with the other team, and you are fighting to capture the flag, it's as if you become General George Washington on Netflix himself. I can't tell you how many times I've almost jumped into the screen when that music came on. Can you imagine a scenario as hype and tense as the one I just described to you, but instead of that theme, there was nothing? Just the squelching of boots as you run towards impending doom? If I wanted to do that, I would have fought in the Battle of Bunker Hill in 1775 when the Continental Army tried to recruit me. But alas, here we are. Another game that, in my opinion, has music of the greatest caliber is Minecraft. C418, the composer behind the iconic music of Minecraft, has created a soundtrack that's both serene and immersive. The ambient tracks, like Sweden and Area Math, have a way of making you feel completely at peace when you build, explore, and survive in the blocky world. I would also like to point out that C418 was somehow my top artist last year for Spotify Wrapped. But anyway, the music in Minecraft doesn't just play in the background, it becomes a part of your creative journey, inspiring you to build and explore even further. I've lost count of the number of times I've had these tracks on repeat while studying or relaxing. But I can tell you, whenever I play Minecraft, I never mute the music, and neither should you. The next game I'm going to be talking about is Elden Ring. Now, again, I hope I don't butcher the name. Tsukasa Saito's masterful compositions for this game are nothing short of epic. The soundtrack perfectly complements the game's dark, mysterious, and grandiose world. Tracks like Main Theme and Erdtree elevate the sense of adventure and peril as you traverse the lands between. The music intensifies the emotional weight of every boss fight and exploration, making each moment feel monumental. I found myself listening to the soundtrack on Spotify long after I've put down the controller, reminiscing about fighting the sexy beasts that are Godric and Marga. But another game that is not the same style as Elden Ring, but has a dear place in my heart and many Xbox players' hearts, is Halo. The Halo soundtrack, which is the game that defined a generation and brought us one of the most iconic themes in gaming history, is by far one of my most favorite soundtracks. Composed by Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore, the moment you hear those Gregorian chants, you're immediately transported to the front lines of an interstellar war. The soundtrack doesn't just complement the gameplay, it elevates it. Songs like One Final Effort makes you feel like you're in the thick of a firefight, hordes of the Covenant closing in, and Master Chief is giving you a handy. So you dig deep, find that extra bit of resolve, and you push through a victory. It's not just a game anymore, it's an experience. Plus, Master Chief giving you a handy, ooh, so good. And lastly, let's talk about Cuphead. Studio MDHR's masterpiece is not only known for its challenging gameplay and stunning hand-drawn visuals, but also for its fantastic soundtrack composed by Christopher Madigan. The jazz and big band tunes perfectly capture the 1930s cartoon aesthetic that the game was going for, making every boss battle and level feel like you're part of a vintage animation. The music is so infectious that you can't help but tap your foot and get into the rhythm, even when you're dying for the 100 millionth fucking time. But that's it for me for these games. I'm sure there's many others, and I can keep going and on with this list. But let me know what game's soundtrack is near and dear to your heart in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.